Your award-winning news begins now.
Welcome to KFHS News. I'm Logan Argo.
And I'm Kassidy Knowles. Whether you are someone who likes to enjoy a cigarette for a break or a person who is annoyed by cigarette smoke, soon there will be new regulations that will affect you. With more about these upcoming policy changes, here's Benjamin Gray.
The Kansas House has proposed a statewide smoking ban that would come into effect July 1st. Smoking would be prohibited in public places, including common areas in residential buildings, taxis, limousines, and places of employment. With the state already considering a smoking ban, the Fort Hays campus is thinking of implementing regulations of its own.
The two ideas that we had really looked at are a full smoking ban on campus and a one smoking entrance per building.
I don't know, it would affect all my friends, but being a non-smoker, I guess it wouldn't affect me really at all, but I don't know, they're already outside, they're already 30 feet away from the entrance, like, it's really not that noxious.
The topic has been surrounded by debate, and both sides have their own opinions.
I think it's absolutely ridiculous. You're taking too many personal freedoms away from a student.
Even if we told the smokers that they could only go to certain areas of campus to smoke, it seems a little unfair to the smokers. It kind of seems like you're singling them out.
Well, I'm not opposed to, having a rule where you can't smoke within a certain amount of the door or something like that, because people don't need smoke blown in their face. But as far as designating certain smoking areas, there's already designated smoking areas. Most people probably don't follow those as it is. So the idea of putting any more legislation into it is just ridiculous.
No matter what your feelings are, the issue continues to be a hot topic around campus. For KFHS News, I'm Benjamin Gray.
The current rule regarding smoking on campus states that all smokers must be at least 30 feet from building entrances. The Student Senate is continuing to look for a reasonable compromise on the issue.
The Sigma Chi fraternity's fundraisers for the Children's Miracle Network kicked off earlier this week with the theme of Act Like a Kid. Our own Chris Lonergan has the story.
The men of Sigma Chi are hosting their annual Derby Days fundraiser. This year, the featured event is Teeter 48, in which the men are doing 48 hours of straight teeter-tottering in the quad on campus. I spoke with Chair Tyson Broyles.
A couple guys brought it back to me after they went to our province meeting in Manhattan. They just had been talking about it, and we kind of just went with it from there. And Steel Fabrications did all the work for the teeter-totter, and we got 20 guys taking shifts, 4-hour shifts, between 12 o'clock on Wednesday to 12 o'clock on Friday.
The event will take place day and night, rain or shine, and the men are currently on hour 29 of teeter-tottering.
I'm Chris Lonergan for KFHS News.
If you would like to make a donation, stop by the quad or visit the Sigma Chi House at 404 West 7th Street.
Your chance to see a 10-ton crocodile is just around the corner. Sternberg Museum will open up the exhibit, The Science of Super Croc, to the public on Saturday, March 13th. This exhibit will be sure to bring excitement to you and your family. We will have continued coverage of this exhibit after spring break.
Spring break is right around the corner, and many students are making preparations for their break. Spencer Reece talked to a few students about their plans.
Fort Hays State, along with many other universities across the state, will be enjoying a well-earned spring break this coming week. I spoke with 3 Fort Hays students about what they had planned for the break.
Well, I plan on going to Las Vegas. We're going to stay in Mandalay Bay. We're going to see if we can't check out a couple of the swimming pools and stuff down there, and probably have a little bit too much fun.
Well, I plan on going to Kansas City this weekend and stay there a few days. My best friend lives there, and I'm going to do some shopping and just going to take us out to the plaza and pretty much just hang out.
Plan on working pretty much all weekend or all week, and after that, hang out with some friends on the weekend, kind of catch up. And I might go see my parents for a weekend too, just because I haven't seen them in a while. But other than that, that's pretty much about it.
So whether you are going on a trip for spring break or you are staying close to home, we would like to remind you to have fun but stay safe this spring break. For KFHS, I'm Spencer Reece.
Spring break begins this Saturday, and classes will resume on Monday, March 22nd.
Keeping on with spring, clocks will spring forward an hour this Sunday morning at 2 a.m. Although this means you lose that valuable hour of sleep, it also means that spring is in the air. On the bright side, this time change will happen right before spring break, which means most of you will be able to sleep in anyway. Don't forget to push your clock an hour ahead Saturday night.
Spring forward always seems to mess with my sleeping schedule. Having to lose that hour of sleep always seems to mess with me a little bit.
Yeah, anytime we have a time change, I'm just like, oh no, there goes my sleep, or there comes more sleep. So I wish we could just have a full schedule all the time, but it is kind of nice to gain an hour. All right, well, your community calendar is next, and then comes sports.
The FHSU Informatics Department continues to prepare students for life after college. With a degree in media studies, you can be world ready in the fast-paced industry of television and radio production. And forward thinkers with a computer networking degree will be able to provide secure networks to clients. Or how about an emphasis in web development, where you'll be world ready to provide
Hey man, it ain't hunting if you ain't drinking. Here, throw this up.
You know, guys, don't you think it's not safe to do drinking and hunting together?
You ain't hunting if you ain't drinking.
Oh, hey Garrett, pull, huh?
Every year, over 700 accidents occur due to careless hunting, so when out in the field, be sure to use proper hunting practices.
Welcome to KFHS Sports. I'm Chris Lonergan. When the springtime hits, so does rain. And when rain hits, schedule changes must be changed. That is the case for some Fort Hays State sports this week. Softball was scheduled to play a doubleheader against Bethany College March 9th, but due to rain, the series has been moved to March 17th. Tennis was supposed to host their first conference duel of the spring this season versus Washburn today, but that will now be played April 17th. Baseball was scheduled to play a 4-game series at Northwest Missouri State this weekend, but due to rain in Maryville, the series has shifted to Hays. If all the baseball games are played this weekend, it would be a 16-game homestand to open the season for the Tigers. Fort Hays State baseball has gotten off to a fast start on the field, and now they are making some noise off the field as well. The Tigers have placed 3 players on the MIAA Player of the Week list over the last 2 weeks. On March 2nd, the Tigers swept the series with Kyle Stacken earning Hitter of the Week and Matt Augustine earning Pitcher of the Week. Stacken and Augustine earned the award for their performances in the 4-game sweep of Missouri Western. In that series, Stacken would hit .400 with 2 home runs and 8 RBIs, and Augustine threw a complete game shutout where he struck out 8. On March 9th, Sean Bartholomew was named Pitcher of the Week for his 1-hit performance against Emporia State. In that game, Bartholomew went 5 1/3 innings, striking out 8 and walking just 2 batters. Track and field will send 3 jumpers to compete in the national championships this weekend. Darcy Schmitz will be competing in the triple jump and long jump. Kelsey Martin will be competing in the long jump, and Morgan Wetzel will compete in the high jump. So it's good to see track and field getting off to a good start, sending those 3 ladies to nationals. Hopefully they can do well.
And the baseball team seems like they're really kicking off as well. I mean, 3 players of the week, and it's kind of crazy that they might potentially have a 16-game home start rather than playing anywhere else for those first 16 games.
Yeah, very true. I think they were 9-3 going into this season against Northwest, so a really good start.
Yeah, and last week they were number 24 too in the national ranking. They did fall off, but you know that's still great to know that we're nationally ranked at some point. So
yeah, for sure.
All right, well, stay tuned for SGA Live at 7 p.m. Have a safe spring break, and we'll see you when we come back.
you ever been so bored that you've fallen asleep because you can't find the right radio station? Then try KFHS Radio online for all of your convenient musical needs. KFHS Radio is located in Heather Hall on the campus of Fort Hays State University and is run by college students.
KFHS Radio is the best.
Please visit www.kfhs.net to listen and to find out more information about the station and how you can become the next famous KFHS DJ.